What's up, guys? When have you ever seen me at the porch at night in a short sleeve shirt? I have to tell you, there's something a little bit different about tonight. I got Fish On Entertainment shirt on. And I'm wearing my own shirt. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's 76 degrees out. It's never 76 degrees at night in Monterey. But it's 76 degrees right now. That is pretty interesting. Hey, DMF, how's it going? Oh, just talking about the fact that it was like 80, 90 degrees here today. And it's still 76 degrees at 8 o'clock at night. That never happens here. And I filmed a couple shows. I filmed a tough one yesterday, man. It was tough. We had like 90 something degrees, no wind until 1 o'clock. We got there at 10. Flat, no wind at all. Glass on the whole lake until like 1 o'clock. It's crazy. I actually had, for the first time ever, I actually took my jacket off during his show. I couldn't handle it. I was like, my head was pounding. I felt like I was going to pass out. It was just like, I don't know. And that's just at Pinot, which is like 2 miles from the ocean. You hardly ever get that kind of heat. Oh, all right. Well, DMF went away. He's telling me he went away. Oh, is it gonna be another tough night like last week? Ah, man. Last week when I went live on Sunday, it was just brutal. I think I had like 7 minutes. Yeah, I know. I filmed a show about it. That's one of the two shows I filmed. I had to go update people and say, what the fuck is this? Seriously. Yeah, I went over and did a whole explanation, walked around it. Yeah. It was pretty interesting. It's timing. The fact it's been there forever. But I don't know. I still don't know who owns that thing. That thing's either part of the hotel or it's part of the Dick's parking lot land. It's one of the two. It's not like somebody independently owns the pond. The property belongs to one of the two. And I just don't know. I don't know who owns it. I'm assuming it's part of the Dick's parking lot property. It's not like some individual owns it. I think it's part of the Dick's land. But you're still in here? It says I have nobody in here. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed it. I went over there and checked it out. I'd heard about that pond for years. Knew it was there, I just never fished it. And now, suddenly, they're saying, I don't know, they're getting aggressive with it. Nobody used to care. God, where's everybody tonight? It's been like 5 minutes. Of course, it is a 3-day weekend. People are doing things. So, yeah, that might be part of it. I said last Sunday was pretty slow as well. Towards the end, everybody came in like later on, the last hour. Oh, it says I have two. No likes yet. Nobody likes me. Just want to come in and watch me talk to myself. That's cool though. I talk to myself quite often. Yeah, it's a scorcher here, guys. Inland's over 100. There's crappie in there too. I didn't know there was crappie in there. Oh, that's one species I never caught in there. Caught the green sunfish, the bluegill, the red ear, the bass. We know there's carp and catfish or carp and koi in there. Never caught a crappie though. I wonder where the hell that came from. I don't know. Maybe it was just somebody put in one and somebody caught it. It seems like a fun little pond. Hey, what's up, hands on? I was just saying it's kind of slow tonight. Yeah, I never caught one. Seems like there were a lot of little ones in that. I would have caught them on the bubble and fly for sure. I was catching everything else. Yeah, hands on. I don't know. It's just slow. Last Sunday when I went too, it was slow. Plus, it's a 3-day weekend, so. And as I was saying, look, I'm in a short sleeve shirt. I'm in a short sleeve shirt. When do you ever see that? When I'm out here at night. It's still 76 degrees. That like never happens in Monterey. It never happens. You're working on a video? Yeah. I got 2 filmed. I filmed on Friday. I filmed yesterday. Yeah, no, yeah, we're usually, by now, we're 60 degrees. 65, 64 by this time. Usually we get into the 50s at night. 76 degrees. No wind. This is weird. Yeah, I filmed 2 shows. Got my shows for next week. Evidently, I'm filming on Wednesday. And then Saturday, we're doing that adventure to go fish with corn farts, JDS, maybe Jess Fish D. There might be 6 of the crew in one video. So. And a place I've never fished. It's like a pond and a river. I don't know, sort of my Modesto, above Modesto, Fox, something Fox Trail or I don't know. Tito's driving, so I told him to just do all the plans. I sent him the email from Corn Fires with his phone number and everything, so he's gonna call and get the whole thing hooked up. It's hard to get. Really? Did that start one of your other lives? If that's what you're talking about. Not sure if that's what you're talking about, but yeah, it's just been too hot. The fish and pinto though are starting to move into the fall transition already. Because last week we had heavy fog and it stayed all day and it was cold. The lake went down to 70. It was like 71 degrees. When we were there yesterday, it was like 95 degrees, and today's like 100 over there. But the water cooled way off from last week. A lot of fish headed to shore. All the crappie and the golden shiners are starting to show up at the launch ramp. Everybody's starting to catch them all on live bait. What? No, but I was talking about. Wow. Sorry, man. Sorry to hear. That's always uncomfortable. Yeah, but I was kind of amazed. I went to Pinot and crappie everywhere, like littered, and bass chasing that all around the dock. They don't usually move in until like end of September, middle of September, end of September. And my friend was at Kachuma, and he said they were like busting the shad like crazy, which is usually what they start doing. Well, for us, a little later into September. I don't know why, but for some reason it's an early fall. That's good though, because summer here has been sucking. Good thing you're not 54 like me and on the rough edge. Well, that's. I'm sorry to hear that though. Yeah, he said he went down to Kachuma and he had really good on top. I spent like an hour and a half on him with him on the phone today, talking about setups for topwater and how to walk the dog and colors and crankbait colors and what crankbaits and yeah, sitting out here on the porch when it's like baking hot, talking to him. Then Lonnie called me and I spent an hour on the phone with him. Yeah, that's always tough too. But yeah, I know. That happens though. Just so she gets to see both. I mean, so it's not one of those things where you never see them. If you can still visit, it's a lot better than when it's just like nobody Nobody on the other side anymore. Because she's going to be close by, right? She's not like moving halfway across the country. DMF. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, I hate to see it happen. I've never been, really? You got a 6 and 7 on a frog? Nice. Is that in the video? She doesn't want to come out here. Stay right there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm done with the Debbie Downer. Oh, that's funny. Chris, that's so funny because that's what Chris tells me when I'm fishing with him. Stop being a Debbie Downer. I'm like, what? He's like, you're being so negative. Quit being a Debbie Downer. It's in one of my videos, actually, when I was fishing with his boss. It's in my video when I was fishing with his boss. Because I'm like, how you doing, man? Because he hadn't caught anything or got many bites. I'm like, how you doing, man? Yeah, it's kind of tough today. And Chris is like, stop being such a Debbie Downer. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I haven't even caught one yet. A 6 and a 7 on a frog, huh? I've never caught big fish on a frog. I never fished a frog. I'll fish toads. I've never fished a frog, hollow body frog. I fish them every once in a while. I've never had anything bite on them. My bigger, wow. All my big fish have always been on the spook. Super spook and the Florida bass. Kind of 8.3 on it. Plenty of 5s and 6s on it. But I never got into the frog thing. It kind of wasn't my deal. I caught a lot of toads, or CCB toad, but I've never been a hollow body frog guy. I'm more of a spooker. I don't think I've ever fished a popper much either. It's usually a walk the dog style bait. Or buzz baits. Caught a lot of buzz baits. But yeah, I don't know, I never got into frogs. Of course, a lot of lakes I fish around here. Well, up here, none of the lakes have weeds. There's like no weeds at all. They drop them too quick. They're in steep valleys. Yeah, they get all wrapped up. Yeah, we don't have any lakes around here that have lily pads. Coyote used to. I've seen lily pads in Coyote Lake at times. But they drop them too quick. The grass never gets to grow. It's just like fills up, and then it's just dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, all the way till rain, and it fills up, and then it gets full, and it's full for a little bit, and then it's like starts dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So it's just really hard for the grass to grow. Unless it gets really low and then it hardly fills up. Lily pads are illegal? No, there's lakes around here that have lily pads. Coyote Lake has them. I've seen them. It was like 2010, but I saw them. Water was super low, but there was an area where there were lily pads growing along shore. But we don't have that many. Yeah, I know, and ours aren't even that well. They're like 200. Two of them are 246 acre. One's 600 acres. The other one's like thousand something acres. Our lakes aren't that big. Yeah, but they're in lakes around here. There's a lot of lakes in California and ponds that have lily pads, but I know Coyote does. Uh, they just don't get a chance to grow. Yeah, that's what I said out here with our lakes. It's totally different. It's just weird because they you know you go there and in like starting in summer you go there and you don't go for 2 weeks, you come back and it's 3 feet lower. Then you come back again and it's another like 2 feet lower. I've had them actually drop. Toot me hard. Red sliders and carp. R.I.P. Rivers and lakes. Yeah. We just don't get much. They just don't hold them at a level. All of them around here, they like needed water into the creeks for the trout or for the farmers. So nothing. They never stay at a level. I said I've had one. I have a show I was filming at Uvis, and the water actually went down like 2 inches while I was filming the show. I was like, wait a minute, that rock's out of the water now. When I got here, the water was just above that rock. I'm like, damn, they're letting that much water out? I was only there for like, it was like a 7 hour show and it dropped 2 inches while I was fishing. I was just like, wow. That's, that's, and it was actually really, really low at the time. Yeah, but see, that's what I said around here. A lot of these lakes that we have feed creeks that go to the farmers because we have so much agriculture around here. So they have to feed the creeks all the time to keep the groundwater up so they can pump the water for their fields. So fishermen are like on the bottom of the rung. It's like they don't think of us. We think about the people paying the money for the water. Pretty sure that's why they drain most of them. Because they head down, fill the groundwater and all that for. That's why they drain Nacimiento and San Antonio, because all the farmers south of us, they pay for the water. So they can keep the groundwater up so they can water their crops and their most of it down there though now is wineries, so they can, water their wineries and stuff. But they pay the money, so they get to release, and us fishermen fish lakes that just drop and drop and drop and drop and drop and drop. That's how we roll in California. If it's got a dam on it, that water's going somewhere for something for somebody. Half of it goes to LA. All the Shasta and Orville and all the Spotted Bat, yeah, all that water gets pushed back out, heads into the aqueduct, and heads to LA. It's like, we're up here, but all our water goes way down there because they don't get much rain. It's unfair. We get stuck with crap. Or the lakes just don't get much, they just don't have big watersheds, so they don't fill up. Oh, really? Wow. First time in 10 years they kept it full? Yeah, that's why I said if it's something built with a dam, it's different back there because they're big rivers. All of our freaking most of our lakes here, they only get water coming into them in the winter. Once it gets into like late spring and summer and that, the creeks are dry. They're getting no new water. So they have like June, July, August, September, October. They're getting no new water. They're seasonal. And so for those 5 months, they're just draining the hell out of them. Hence, not many weeds and not much frog fishing. Except for like the Delta, Clear Lake, but Clear Lake's a natural lake. There is no dam at Clear Lake. It's a big ass natural lake, and it has lots of grass and everything else. But then they spend the time and go around and kill all the grass. I don't know why. They go around with boats and throw pellets to kill off all the grass. No idea why. Makes no sense, but yeah, they like to kill the grass at Clear Lake. All those houses, all those people around there, they don't want weeds in their lake. It's got to be nice and clean. I want to be able to, water ski and jet ski, and weeds just get in the way. Yeah, that's what I said. Anything that's got a dam is there for a purpose. It's there for a purpose if it has a dam, and usually fishermen are the last on the totem pole. It's either supply the river below it or the creek below it for the salmon and the trout, or it's supply the water to agriculture, which is huge in California. But fishermen, even wakeboarders, they might know. We don't care about you. You pay $50 a year to have a fishing license in California, and we don't manage our lakes for fishing. We manage them for everything else but fishing. That's why it makes absolutely no sense. We have one of the highest prices for fishing licenses yet. We have the worst managed lakes for fishing. So yeah, it's a conundrum, I guess you would say. But yeah, that's it's California. It's like Margarita. I used to fish supplies San Luis Obispo's drinking water, so they're always draining it. Nacimiento, San Antonio supply Southern California's Central Valley for water for agriculture, so it's always being drained. Uh, Lopez, I think Lopez actually doesn't do anything, but it has a very small watershed, so it hardly ever fills up. So it drops very low, very slowly, but if it's not a good winter, it never fills up. So it's always like 50%. If it fills up in a year, it's like an amazing year. Fishing trucker. Um, oh shit, I didn't put in the promo code? Damn it. Yeah, you're right, fishing trucker. I was supposed to, yeah. I had a promo where you, through Grubhub, you could uh, get a free six pack if you ordered in your area, no matter where you were. But um, yeah, shoot, I was supposed to. Yeah, I forgot to put it in. Sorry, man. I was supposed to put it in the description below, and yeah, I didn't type it in. All right, maybe next time, fishing trucker. Maybe I can get another promo code for free beer. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. I was distracted. Actually, what here? Here's the funny thing, and I've spent the last like 2 hours going through my old hard drives that are on my other computer, not my editing computer, the one I use for the internet. Yeah, I might be able to see if I can do that. But yeah, I have hard drives that I had since 2000, 2001, 2002, when I had my clothing store, and I have all kinds of like videos on there, all the way up till I think 2010 or something. That computer crashed, where the power plug went out, and it was so old they didn't even make them anymore. So the new computer actually transferred both those old hard drives in, and there's tons and tons of videos on it, and I've never really took the time to go through it. And I found shit that I didn't even know I still had. A lot of it's not fishing stuff. It's just I don't know. It's a lot of like stuff when I had my clothing store and music videos that I made, and I don't know. I just found a lot of stuff that I was just like, that's what I called that. I mean, I remember the video, but I never knew what I named it. I didn't know what the file name was. And there's like 500 videos on the one hard drive, and probably at least 500 or 1,000 on the other one. And so I just slowly went through and like played every one just to see what it was. And a lot of that stuff, well, you're a member fishing trucker, yeah. I'm gonna start putting a lot of stuff on my members onlys, because a lot of them are really cool, but they have copyright music on them. So I can't put them on YouTube, or I can. But even when I demonetize them, and they tell me it's copyright infringement, they monetize them themselves, and then they give the money to the freaking people that own the music. I'm like, no, I demonetized it. They should not make money off of my video. I said no monetization. And then they turn the monetization on and say, oh, by the way, it's copyright music, so the money's going to go to the copyright owner. I'm like, no, I don't want to give them any money. I can't get any money. I don't want to give it to them. But yeah, they turn it on. And I'm like, what the hell? I turned it off. I said no monetization. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to start putting a bunch of that stuff. Like, all this is just, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's like almost 20 years of my life of videos. Way be that don't have to do anything with really self-clothing, but you guys know that, you know, I did fashion design. I was a skateboarder. I did like all kinds of like different videos and stuff other than fishing. And so I'm like, wow, I can actually put these, I can start putting these onto my members' videos. They can see like the whole story of the person. And I found one. I'm probably gonna put up this Monday. I found one. It's tomorrow, right? It's Sunday. All right. I don't think it ever went to YouTube. But anybody remember something on called Nova? It was evidently a BitTorrent site. I mean, I had mine on the Pirate Bay. But yeah, I found this video and it was like Seneca Coast Bass and Nova. I looked it up and it was like It was like the video I did for the introduction. Like I didn't put it on YouTube, but I put it to be loaded to Nova for anybody that downloaded it, and then I explained my whole show as fit. And I was like, I don't even remember it. I don't even remember Nova. I'm like, the hell's Nova? When did I get invited to Nova to do BitTorrent sharing? Oh, evidently I have the introduction to CCB for anybody that downloaded my videos from Nova. I was like, yeah, I saw them. Like, that's not on the computer I'm talking about that I've been going through today. That's on my other computer, this editing computer. That's all pretty much. That's all the archive of Center Coast Bass is on there for the most part. LimeWire. I remember LimeWire. Yeah, and I was on the Pirate Bay. But evidently, I get invited to hey, Backroads and Bass. What's up? Yeah, but I never, man. I don't remember a BitTorrent site called Nova. But I watched it in the beginning. I'd say, yeah, I just got invited to do. I just got invited to do uploads on Nova. It's a BitTorrent site. And then I introduce myself as Center Coast Bass and tell people what I do. And I'm like, the hell's Nova? I, I don't even remember that. It was from like 2009, I think. So it was, in fact, like 11 years ago. But I have no idea what Nova is. But it was titled CCB Nova. I'm like scrolling through all my old vault and all my archive. I know the video never went to YouTube. It was basically my introductory video to people that downloaded from me from Nova. Which I have no idea what the hell Nova is. oh, oh, we're getting the introduction now about the single life? All right. Yeah, I think he had a revelation on my live earlier, Backroads. Yeah, evidently, yeah. He was being a Debbie Downer and talking about it earlier, which I don't care. That's why we're friends. You can tell me anything, something on your mind, but yeah. You can look back in the comments. We were talking about it for a little while. We all said sorry about it. Yeah, that's what we're talking about too. Yeah, he had a concern about that. And I said, well, hopefully she's in the same area so you still have contact. And she said she's thinking about moving all the way out here to California. So yeah, it gets tougher when it's distance. But we don't know how it's going to plan out. But we can all just hope that it works out for the better. Especially when the kid's involved. Just so it works out for the better, it's better all around. If it ain't meant to be, it ain't meant to be, but just so everyone's civil and everything else and the kid's life is not as affected and gets the loving from both halves, then that's fine. He kind of he did catch a 6 and a 7 on a frog though. Back roads. He's working on a video right now. All wrapped up in lily pads. Oh yeah, fishing. I don't think. Yeah, you weren't in here. We had a discussion. Yeah. Did you guys notice though? Did you guys notice I'm out here? Did you guys realize I'm out here in a short sleeve shirt? when when have you ever seen me on my porch in a short sleeve shirt? It's still 76 degrees here. At what? Like 9 o'clock now? Yeah, 9 o'clock in Monterey, and I'm outside in a short sleeve shirt, and I'm wearing. I don't know if you guys know this guy, Fish on Entertainment. I don't know. I want to get away from him, and he sent me one of the part of it was the shirt. But yeah, this is insane. There's no wind. There's no influx from the ocean. Yeah, and usually I'm out here in the 60s with sweatshirt, but I don't even need it. It's like 80 degrees here today. I know you guys are a lot warmer, but 80 here feels like 100 because we're used to like not even 70 during the day. So suddenly you get 80 here and it just feels like it's like 100. Like you're just like, this is the temperature when I drive to lakes. This is the temperature when I'm here. I'm used to being freezing here and going there and be hot. Suddenly I'm like baking here and then I go there and I'm baking even more. What the hell is that about? Oh shit. Sorry guys, I gotta go. This ain't good. Alright. Guess one will come for me. It's just I have warrants and stuff, you know. I worry when cops start sound like they're coming my way. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about the heat. I finally feel like you guys. You always look at me in my sweatshirt when I'm on the porch. You're like, dude, it's 90 degrees still here. Yeah, exactly. It's all what you're used to. When I go to the lakes, I know it's going to be 90 and 100, and my body's prepared because it's going from I'm used to going from cold to heat. And suddenly I'm here and it's freaking hot, and I'm like, no, my body's used to it slowly warming up as I go places. Now suddenly I'm like baking here, and I go there and it's even more baking, and my body's like, this isn't how we roll here, buddy. Yeah, it's supposed to be, I guess, even warmer tomorrow. It's supposed to be again like in the 80s or 90s. And last week it was cold. We never saw the sun for a week. Heavy fog. There was drizzle. It was like in the, you know, 62, 63 for the whole week. And then next week it's in the hundreds. It's like California is a different world. we have like 20 and 30-degree differences in temperature. We're not hot all summer. We're hot, then we're cold, then we're hot, then we're cold, then we're hot, then we're cold, then we're hot, then we're... No wonder the fishing's tough in this area. Not so much down south or inland, but it gets that way around here. And our big lakes, as Hands On said, those big lakes. But there's not that many. There's not. Well, I don't think the lakes around here are that big. Few of them are. Nausea's pretty big. San Antonio's pretty big. But the biggest one we have here is Nassau, and it's like half the size of those lakes. I think it's like 90,000. I don't know. Coyote's 684 acres. So I think Anderson's like 1,000 acres, 2,000 acres. But then you go up to like, Clear Lake. It's like 100,000 acres. I think Nazis. Yeah, fall's coming early. Fall's coming early because I said I was just at Pinot. I filmed a show there yesterday. And all the bait fish and everything are heading to the launch area, which is a fall pattern, but usually doesn't happen until the end of September into October. But they're already there. I was amazed. There's just bait fish, just freaking, and bass chasing them and everything all over around the docks. I'm like, it's only September 5th. Because that was yesterday. I'm like, this doesn't happen until like the 20s of September or early October. But yeah, for some reason they're already in there. Yeah, yeah, it is. And it's kind of weird because summer wasn't usual for some reason, but I don't know. It's like everything's forward. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, the water at Pinot is like 71. Usually they don't start going in there until the water's around 69, 68, and they stay there till it's like all the way down to 57. But yeah, anyway, it's warmer than it should be, and now suddenly it's 100 degrees. They're all there. They like, and my friend was just saying Kachuma. I was saying that earlier in the stream, and he said the bass were just everywhere busting on the shad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a pretty freaking. Maybe it's gonna be a heavy winter or an early winter, and somehow they're like clued in. They know. They're like, oh shit, we're not gonna be able to feed up and eat until like October. Shit's gonna happen early this year. We gotta start feeding now. it, it, it's gonna like suddenly be an early winter. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, no, no. In fall, I said you need. It's weird because our falls the last few years here have just been sucky. It's been so gradual and so mellow. all the way in. Not much rain in October, not much rain in November, and that, and it's usually an urgency that gets them feeding up like crazy. And I said the same thing too. I mean, Backroads, you're in Texas, I'm in California, and you're saying the same thing. Like, what the hell's going on? Water's in the 90s, and they're acting like it's in the 60s, like it's fall, and they're doing the same thing here. They're suddenly getting really active and chasing things. The bay fish are moving, and the water temp is probably like 5 to 10 degrees warmer than when they usually do that. So I don't know. Something's up. Yeah, it's like fall doesn't usually start going on until the end of September and October. Exactly. We need to be scared. Yeah, nature's telling us something. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a. Yeah. Even in the ocean, they're acting different. So, and here evidently the halibut are going nuts. Out in the ocean, everybody's catching their limits of halibut, which we aren't usually a very big halibut area. I mean, we're not we're not known for a good halibut bite, but evidently right now the halibut bite is just going nuts. So yeah, it's just a weird year. And Chris was telling me that we were on the sun, I guess, the sun's on a maximum low. The sun fluctuates as far as its like buildup of heat and lowering of heat. And it's on like a 7 year cycle. And I think 2 years ago was the low, and it's still like, so I don't know if that affects them. I said it might have something to do with the sun rays, but he mentioned that. Yeah, exactly. What? Your local lake is 14 million, 338. What? 14 million acres? 14 million acres? Are you sure? That's a huge ass freaking lake. Oh, Lake Michigan. Okay, yeah. I was just gonna say that. That's gonna say. I'm like, I didn't. Yeah. I'm like, that's like the size of Lake Michigan. And he was talking about Lake Michigan. Yeah, yeah, 14 million acres. Yeah, that sounds like Lake Michigan. Well, the big ones around here are like 300,000 acres. Yeah, 14 million. Yeah, it's an inland ocean. We all know that. Yeah, it's how long is it? I know Perry just did a video on it from one end to the other. It was like a 5 day series. Yeah. No, our biggest lakes around here, I think Clear Lake's like around 100,000 acres. I think Nassi's like 70,000 acres. Hartwell is 56. Yeah. So yeah, all right. Hartwell's 50. Yeah. Nassi's probably around like 40,000 acres. It's 13 miles long. 307 miles, yeah. Yeah, I know. Nacimiento, which is a pretty big lake here in California, it's 13 miles long. Clear Lake is actually 13 miles long. You get into 300. Yeah. Yeah, I said the ones I fish, Coyote 680, Chesbro and Uvis are 246 acres when they're full. Uh, yeah, a lot of them are like 100 acres. We don't, I don't know, we don't have that many big lakes in the area I am in. But Nacimiento, I think it's like around 40,000. It's 13 miles long from the dam to up the river. And it has lots of freaking channels that go off it. And I think San Antonio, from the dam to the upper end, is maybe like, I don't think it's that long. It might be like 10 miles, 8, 10 miles. I know Margarita, my home lake, from the dam to the end of it was only 5 miles long. But you get people that are used to like 20-acre lakes, 40-acre lakes. They think those are big. Exactly. Longer growth period. Warmer water for longer periods of time. Just like here in California. 384 million acre lake. Wow. Is that how big the Gulf of Mexico is? I didn't know that. Yeah. Well, I had the Pacific Ocean. I don't know how many million acres that is. I mean, it's pretty big. It goes all the way over to Japan and stuff. Yeah, I said it's a weird. I said that. We've all said that. Everybody's been saying how this year's been so weird, and all of a sudden, early September, everything, all the bass are acting like it's the end of September. They're all like a month ahead. And the water's warmer. Yeah, you have to drive east, right? Yeah, that's what I said. They kind of like put lines across the water because it's all connected. The Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, it's all one big ocean. They just put little lines around. Tito came in. What's up, Tito? Did you get the email? Did you get my forward from Corn? Lonnie got it. I'm hoping you got it because he has his phone number. Because you're driving, I figured I'd send it to you so you could set it all up. That's our big adventure next Saturday, guys. Heading to Modesto to fish with Corn and JDS and possibly Just Fish D, possibly, maybe. Yeah, that's our. Let me double check. We haven't got it yet? It has his information, it has his phone number. I figured you're driving. you're the one that needs to talk to him, and Lonnie got it. Has his phone number and his address. I figured you're driving, you can set the whole thing up. I mean, I'll probably call him too, obviously, but I forwarded it to you. I'm waiting with you about. I sent it like 2, 3 days ago. Well, it was the day after he sent to me. I sent to you guys. No, I don't think so. Evidently, there's crappie in there. Somebody caught a 10-inch crappie out there. I don't know. I never caught a crappie, but no, I don't think they're in there. I thought maybe there'd be bullhead, but after that video where we fished with the corn and all that, never got a bite. No, if they were in there, they'd probably be. I did get it. All right, good. Yeah, if they were in there, at least if bullhead were in there, we would have gotten some bites. Yeah, I don't think they're in there. Just because of my experience of that size of pond and the fact that we fished for almost 3 hours with corn and never got a bite. A quick catch, clean and cook. I know, I could take it from El Estero. El Estero has, well, I caught that like 15-pound koi out of El Estero, and I've caught like 2 other koi out of El Estero. But, yeah, I don't know. I just from my experience, I don't think they're in there. I have one caught. If you go back to my show, I think the title is "Did I Just Catch $1,000 Fish?" Backroads. That video is me at El Cerro, and I catch a 15-pound koi. I think it's actually the thumbnail. Actually, the thumbnail's in the water and has a circle around and a question mark. And I think I caught one of the koi in one of my lives at El Estero. I didn't get him in. I think I tried to get him in. He broke my line. But yeah, I have video of me catching that 15-pound koi. Black. It was like orange, black, and red. Yeah. No, that was actually just last year. It was like, it was, I think that video is 2019. It was only a year ago. Early 2019, yeah. But I'm pretty sure the title is, Did I Just Catch, the title is, Did I Just Catch $1,000 Fish? Because you know how expensive those things are to buy. I mean, depending on the color and everything. So, yeah, no, it's on there. And another guy was there to help me. Like, he grabbed it and pulled it up out of the water. Because it didn't have a net. Well, but yeah, I've got a couple on camera. Reel to reel? I don't think so. Is that a website? Funny is, a lot of those other websites, they link my videos to their website. If you go and search Santa Cruz Bass, you look through and like you'll find my videos on other people's websites because they're a fishing video, and so they will load your videos to their site to create content. And I don't even know they've loaded them. Like, it's, it's just a link to my video on YouTube. Like a projector? What? Oh, you mean like high 8 or something? Is that what you're talking about? I don't go that far back. Mine are all on VHS. I'm not that old. I've never filmed a high 8 video. I go as far back as VHS. I don't have anything on actual film. I got my first camera in 1986. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I said today I was looking through. Today was like memory day for me. Going back to footage from 20 years ago. Yeah, I spent today going through footage I didn't even know I still had. I thought I deleted it, or but I'm gonna be, and a lot of it won't even play in my computer. VLC player play, but Windows Media, all that, they don't recognize the codec, and they might play the video, but they don't play the audio. Or it just comes up and says codec not recognized. I'm like, what? So I've never really went through, but I updated VLC player to the newest. And today I started going back and right clicking and saying play with VLC player, and I started to watch all this stuff, and I'm like, wow, I thought I'd lost all this stuff. Or I thought the computer wouldn't recognize the codec and it wasn't playable. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a lot of stuff now. And I only went through one of the old hard drives. I have another old hard drive that has way more video on it than the one I went through today. And I found the full footage of the naked man at San Francisco. I gotta put that on the members only. I think I played a little bit of it, or a little bit of clip of it on one of my lives. Well, yeah, it was one of my friends, and I was outside my store at like 2 o'clock, and he was walking down the street naked, carrying his clothes in his arm, just wearing his shoes. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, man? He's like, what? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing a documentary about self-clothing. Uh, can I film you? And he's like, sure. So, yeah, I interviewed him stark naked, just standing on the street. Cars driving by and everything in San Francisco. And I can't find the, I don't know, maybe I can. Wait, what? It's like to tell CCB about it. But it's one of those. Had to be their moments. Yeah, exactly. I have another one, and it was cut shorter, but I found the one that the intro is from Monty Python. One of the Monty Python, their skit where they say, and now for something completely different. And yeah, so that's the beginning of it. It's like, and now for something completely different. And then it goes to me talking to him and interviewing him about why the hell he's standing in the street and walking down the street completely naked. It's like a 5 minute video, but I can only put it on my members only. I mean, it's gonna be demonetized and there's nudity in it, but it's completely hilarious. I don't know what he was on. I don't know, ecstasy or acid or whatever, but it's hilarious. I found one version of it, it seemed like it was a shorter version, and I found this one. I think it's the longer version. And I'm not talking about the size of the man when I say longer and shorter, just more content. Yeah, but I was getting ready to leave, and oh, and I made a documentary about the first of my 11 years of me doing self-clothing and my clothing. All right, Tito. And I only had the full version rendered really, really teeny and crappy. Like, it would show up here on your computer like that big. And I realized I have all the clips. Yeah, longer version. Yeah, that's what I said. Not to be mistaken with the, yeah. But yeah, I found that I actually have all the clips of that original. I thought I only had them in like one timeline in my Vegas, which I can't load anymore. Really, corn farts? Yeah, but evidently I found out that I have every single one of the things I used for the 30 minutes of the first half of my documentary all done in segments. And they're just faded from one segment to the next with the music and everything. So I think I can find all those and put together and render it at a really good quality. I thought I lost it forever. Yeah, what's up, Corn? We've had Debbie Downers all night in here. What's your Debbie Downer experience today? I think this is the after show live. One a day, good or bad. Come on, we need info, my man. We already had domestic issues with hands on. Wait, what? Wait, what? No, not really back roads. I realized I lost a lot too. Lost a lot of what? Fish? Wait, what? I don't know what's going on. Was it money? Not financially, but well, actually, yeah, I lost my. You lost your home? What the fuck are you talking about? How's that not financially? What? How'd you lose your. What? I'm confused now. You told us that, and now you're going to say, oh, wait, I'll tell you in a week. You can't do that now. You already told us something's going on, man. It's like, oh, by the way, I lost my home. Yeah, I'll talk to you about it in like another 6 days. We're all friends here. There's only five of us on here, and we're all crew. fuck happened? Oh, really? Wow. All right, so we've had two. What? That's like two like family issues going on tonight. What? I'm lost. Wait, what? What? She transferred the house to her parents? What? Wait, currently I'm doing the same to her now. What the hell? How's this? how do how do both these things come to realization on my live at the same time? From two people I've known a long time. This is like weird. What the hell's going on? That's just like, what the fuck? Fuck 2020. Wow. How's that come about at the same time for two people I've known? So they own the house? You don't own the house anymore? Wow. I know. I'm like, I'm lost. I'm like, I get this from one guy, hands on about this, and now I'm getting this from Corn. See, are you still able to live there? Oh, the agreement was. Oh. So what, there was some sort of purchase made or some sort of deal set? And part of the agreement was if you moved from the house and you never moved. So now it's becoming an issue? That seems shady. We already said that. You already said it was a shady deal. Yeah, that sounds. Wow. Hands on this a pimp. Wow. Yeah. I, uh, I, my sister and brother-in-law had sort of a similar situation. They're my, um, wow. Hmm. Yeah, no, my sister and my brother-in-law My brother-in-law's parents bought the house for him, and they're investors. I started drinking it today. Dude, don't go that way, dude. You haven't drank. Don't do that. I know I'm a drinker, but don't go back to that. Yeah, don't take it. Nah, don't take it that way. But anyway, yeah, yeah, they bought their house. They're investors, and then all of a sudden they came back to they came back to my sister and my brother-in-law that lived in a house and everything, and they said they wanted to sell the house because they bought it for like 247,000, and that was for like worth a half million. And suddenly, his dad wanted to sell the house from under him because he bought it for him because they just got married. They just got married, and yeah, and then he wanted to freaking sell the house out from underneath him. Like, I can make an investment now. You guys need to buy a new house. Now you're doing good. And yeah, well, I don't know. Evidently, it all worked out, and they still have the house. And I don't know if they paid him for it, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, whose dad goes, "Yeah, you're married now, this and that. You're living in a trailer. You're getting ready to have a family." Yeah, yeah, and yeah, and then suddenly I don't know, the property value went up, and he wanted to sell the house out from under him. I'm like, all right, that's. I mean, they'd been there already like 10 years or something, or 12 years, and yeah, but suddenly he turned around and went, all right, by the way, I own the title on the house, and I'm thinking about selling it. Can you guys find another house to buy? Now that you're both doing good and you're established. I want to sell it for profit. Yeah. It all worked out. Evidently he didn't. They're still living there. They've remodeled it and stuff, but yeah. At one point he wanted to turn a profit on the house he bought for them. Well, that's good. Yes. Um, yeah. My mom told me that. I'm like, what? Hey, beat the hook. The Q. Fishing, I'm just us playing. I know, it's been night of blowups, but domestic blowups, not fishing blowups. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know, that was like, I don't know, it was like 10 years ago that happened to my sister, but I was like, what? Yeah, he bought him the house, but now he wants to sell it? Now he wants to sell it to make a profit and wants them to buy their own house? Like, you bought your sibling a house and now you want to sell it out from under him? And you want to find a new house? That just ain't right. That's not the way it works. You screwed me over and over and over. Yeah. 7,000 in the hole, aren't you? The UNCUT's coming at you back. It's just a rebound, man. It's just a rebound. Relax. Focus on YouTube. Hey, at least my bait caught you a lot of fish back roads. And it only cost you $4. Yeah, he wants a sugar woman. Figure something, never mind. It's like you're typing into my phone. Wow. Well, yeah, 2020 has been a world of, I don't know. It's 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 been a year everybody wants to forget. It's supposed to be 2020 hindsight, 2020. Yeah. It turned into a bitch of a year, didn't it? Behave. Yeah, take time, relax. You already have a kid. You already have a family. You already have a family, hands on. Don't think of it like that. You have a beautiful daughter. Well, if it happens, it happens. But you have a beautiful daughter. She's like great. So it didn't work out between you and. But don't look at it like that. I've never had a kid in my life. You already have a kid, and she's great. Let's focus on that. Not together, but focus on the fact that you have a beautiful daughter. And that's what you need to focus on. Yeah, don't think of it like that, man. You have. I'm never going to have one. I'm 54. You've already had one. And that's what you need to focus on, is her. Yeah, you have a beautiful, beautiful daughter. Just because, there's issues between you and the wife and that. Hey, check spikes. No, you have an offspring. You have a family. You have a child. I've never had a child. I have a niece and a nephew. But just because there's a difference, she's the focus. Yeah, focus on her, man. Jack's like you're rude. he comes in with one comment. Corey's like, dude, lighten your mood. You're hitting us too hard, man. Don't come in with, hey, what's up? Tone it down a bit. Exactly, trucker. Say a joke. The shit hit the fan. Yeah. Well, it's just there's a lot of shit going on. Yeah. Oh, not a clue came in. Well, you came into a lot of domestic issues going on, Captain. uh, yeah, 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 we need Dr. Phil right now. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hands on is you already have something, and it's yours. No, you already have something, man. You have a family. Just because it might be separated now, you have a beautiful, beautiful daughter, and yeah, yeah. There's it's been interesting. No, you need to focus on that, man. She's your number one right now. Yeah, I've been there. I know a lot of people have had this happen. And everything else, man. I like know. I get I get shit. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It was just that one comment you left where you said that. That's not the way to think about it. Yeah, no, you. Where to start exactly? I know, but no, no. I just didn't like that comment you said personally. You said you wanted a boy in that. Um, you have a beautiful daughter, and yeah, things aren't working between you and the wife, but she needs me to focus. She's you. She's your everything, I'm sure. And I know you want a boy, but no, don't think of it that way. I don't know if you're just saying in jest or whatever, but don't do that. Yeah, but just focus on her. If you meet somebody else and something else happens, it's meant to be. But just don't be a player, dude. I mean, I'm sure a lot of it now is just because it just happened. Everything's going on, and yeah, just don't do that. It's not going to be beneficial to her or you. Just focus on your YouTube and your fishing and your daughter, and then let everything else just happen. Trust me. Yeah, no, I just yeah, exactly. Same thing I said to him. Not a clue. Yeah, But no, not a clue. You said exactly what I said to him. Don't. I don't know if he's true about it. It's just because it just happened. But what he was saying in the comments, don't focus on that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Not a clue. It's unfortunately. I started what? Yeah, but that should not be your focus right now. Hands. All right, Corn. Yeah, that's your focus right now should not be on other girls or other women or anything. It should be about your daughter. Let everything happen if it happens, but don't try to make it a focus. I know, but that's not it. Hands on. Don't. That's when things turn bad. Don't even worry about that. Be the man and the father that you are, and focus on her. All right, Corin. No, me and Captain are telling you the same. We are telling you the same advice. Think about what's best for your daughter at this point. You have a daughter. You know, she's the focus. Yeah, exactly, Captain. Now, don't go that route. That's what screws up kids that come from a marriage that ends up getting split. Is when they have that attitude. Yeah, exactly. That's not one of the two needs to be the person that stands up, and that needs to be you, hands on. If she's going that route, you need to be the big man. You need to stand up. You need to focus on your daughter and do YouTube and do fishing. Don't go down that rabbit hole like you just said. Yeah, but I mean, hands on. I'm not. It's just I'm only basing this on the comments you put in this live while we've been here. That's what I'm reacting to. Just what you were talking about. I don't know if it was just off the fly or just because it just happened and you were feeling that way. But a lot of those comments and all that, that's not the way to look at it. It's the focus is on your daughter. You have a beautiful daughter. I mean, I've watched you with her and their lives and everything else. That's what you need to focus on.
Yeah,
What?
that's slippers.
Oh. Yeah, you have a focus now. You have YouTube. You have stuff going on. No, dude. You have a focus now. You have a focus now. Focus on that. Don't don't worry about anything else. You have YouTube. You're focusing on that. You have a beautiful daughter, an offspring. Something I've never had. I'm 54. I've never had offspring. So I'm telling you, other people, other women, that should never be a focus right now. It's like Backroads said. Everybody's saying it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what we're telling you too. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a tit for tat thing, man. If you're the one that's helped it be a marriage for 4 years, yeah. If you're the one that took the effort to try and keep it, and it's been an issue with her, yeah, exactly. If you've been the stable part, she's been the unstable part, and now this has happened, and she's moved out, and she's you got to be the better man. If you're the one that, for whatever reason, kept it together and everything for the 4 years, and was the one that kept it stable, and all of a sudden she's off and with another man, or yeah, no, you just got to be the better man. You have a daughter with her, and she's beautiful. You need to focus on her. It's it's like it's like Backroad's been saying, and not a clue. You got to be the better man right now. You create her. You got to take care of her. Really, not a clue. He's not even in here to read that. Yeah, yeah. His situation is totally different. You put it exactly the way it should be, Captain. He's screwed. Yeah. uh, yeah. I don't really. I'm kind of understanding what Corn going. So, so her parents own the house. Is that kind of what's going on with them? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're here for you, man. Me, yeah, we're all old enough to know. You're a youngin', but your focus has changed. No, you want to hear? Hey, Wasabi. Yeah, you and Corns is totally different. I don't. Yeah, that. But is that kind of what I understand? Well, I'm going to talk to him in a week, and he said he'd explain more. But evidently, the house that he's in, the house that he owns, isn't his house, and it can be taken away, or they were supposed to move out, or that's what makes it sketchy right now? That's kind of that's what I'm feeling from it. Pet driver weekend. Oh, I see. I didn't know if he bought it or if it was a house that her parents owned that they lived in. So, yeah, if it's that way, he is screwed. I heard, yeah, I heard her and her parents and shady deal, but I didn't know if the house was owned by her or they bought it for her and then she gave it back to them. But there was something about they're supposed to move out, but they didn't move out, and now, oh, okay. Oh, wait, what? He gave a deposit on a house years ago, thought he was moving to Texas, and told her parents if he did, they could have it. Now he's not moving. He said he worked his butt off to get the house. Let his girl give the house to them as part of the shade deal. He was supposed to move to Texas with her, but that fell through. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't, I've never owned a house. Didn't, I was kind of, I didn't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't, yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. And yeah, Captain, you're you're pretty much right. Corn is screwed. Yeah, that's just what I was gonna say. Yeah, yeah. See, I wasn't really understanding exactly what was going on in the conversation, but uh, yeah, Captain, you summed it up very clearly. If they want to take the house back, they can because they own it. That sucks. Yeah, I don't think he does either. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Deposits don't sound like a house you own. Back start over. Oh, it's way too complicated right now, man. We can't start over. We're we've helped hands-on fishing out. Now we're focusing on corn. Anyway, he's not even in here. Yeah, that's what I understood from it. But yeah, when you say deposit, like you don't put a deposit down for a house. You put a deposit down for a rental, right? I mean, so did the parents take over the rental for the house? I got yelled at for grandma. So, so I don't know. Do, do her parents own the house, or did they just take over the lease for the deposit on the house? Because deposits, you don't put deposits down for a house. You put it down for a rental or a lease, right? Yeah. Yeah, put them fast. Yeah, that's not saying back roads. When he said deposit, I was like, what? Because I've had, oh, yeah, he's out. He says he's gonna be back. Yeah, that was when I saw deposit. I'm like, did they already own the house and you had deposit, or did they take over the deposit on the house you're renting? That that kind of sounds the way it's going. That she did a shady deal with them and they paid her the deposit money because they need the money, and now they're on the lease and they own it. Yeah, but he said it was a shady deal. So did they give them the money for the deposit? And so now they're the owners of the lease on the house? And they're not the don't own the lease on the house for the rental? Because he said deposit, which we're both sitting here on deposit. Don't you mean down payment? I mean, is it a rental or did you buy the house? Well, my first blink. That's good. I tried to go back and read. I'm confused. Coach Gordon was telling Hands on to get out of his tub. What's going on? Yeah, it didn't. I don't know. It doesn't sound like he owns the house. That's good. Tina's come with us on Wednesday. I can't type backwards. No, he said deposit. I think hands on, back roads, me. We're all like deposit. Yeah, I don't know. I said shady deal. Like I don't know. Usually, how much is the deposit on a house? Like if you're renting it, sometimes it's like $2,000-3,000. If she asked her parents for the money, and so they took over the lease on the place. So if they're the owners of the lease on the house now, I guess they could kick them out. I don't. I don't know. Corin, come back. We need more information. We're educated people here. We need more education on what's going on. We's confused. I go take a pee pee. Um, enjoy the porch. Talk to yourselves. I'll be right back. Oh, people stay in here. Look at you guys talk to each other. No, makes no sense. Parents take over the lead. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's just mom and wife and kids. Yeah, I'm thinking parents took over the lease. Parents needed a deposit, and Corn's wife took Corn's refund deposit and used it for parents' deposit. Yeah, I don't know. I said all of us that are people that have, I mean, if you lease or if you own, when someone says deposit, that makes you think it's you're you're a renter. It doesn't sound like you're an owner. Yeah, it sounded like rent when you said that. Oh, Captain, did you get my email that I put up your mug? I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I ended up fishing yesterday, but I loaded it today. And I gave you like 20 mug color choices. I gave you white. Yeah, to me, a deposit sounds like rent. So yeah, he said shady. So I don't know. But yeah, if somebody else takes over the lease for the house you're living in, could be an issue. It's like I'm renting this place, but they're on the lease. Wasabi, what the fuck? Dude, thank you so much. Wasabi gave me $5. Yeah, I don't know. This was totally different than I expected tonight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Backroads. If 2020 didn't start you drinking again, pretty much you're never gonna drink again in your life. And Corn said that too. Corn said he was gonna start drinking again. I'm like, no, dude, don't go there. You've been sober a long time. Don't go back to it. I mean, yes, I'm a drinker. I've never stopped, but anybody that's ever stopped, don't go back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've always been a drinker in that, but I've never. Yeah, there was times in San Francisco I was out of control, but yeah. But I don't know. I've always been the kind of person that I have control of it. I know. I don't need more story time, but we all need an explanation of what's going on. He started this whole thing, and we're trying to work it out for him. But he's not. We're all like looking over the old comments and looking over the old information. We need to contact him to. We're all here to help, and we need some more information so we can kind of help him out with what's going on. We're confused. We don't know if it's a rental or it's a house he bought. Yeah. So here we all are. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I've. That's not gonna help, man. Don't go to Instagram. They're just gonna feed you a bunch of ass. No, remember he deleted his channel earlier in 2020. Backroads. Remember he deleted it and he thought he lost everything and then he re-uploaded it and he got everything back. So Captain's had his issues in 2020 as well. It's fishing ass. I know we will. Yeah, don't go there. Yeah. No, Captain. Yeah, remember? Remember when he thought he lost everything? It's all affected everybody. It's just, yeah. How can it not? I mean, it's just a year of evil. Everybody wants money. Everybody will do anything they can to do whatever they can to, I don't know, make a dime. Wait, so you the one that been sending me all that stuff on Instagram backwards? You been the one with fucking with me and making me think all those hot chicks are after me? I'm starting to wonder now, man. Until recently, I didn't get that on Instagram, but now that you say that, I'm thinking it's you, man. It all started happening after I proposed to you that one night. It all happened once I proposed to you that night. About that time, I suddenly started getting all these hot chicks that said they liked me on Instagram. It was just a mean joke played by Backroads and Bass. Damn it, I knew it. And, well, sorry, Backroads, for some of the comments I sent back. I don't, I'm not, I don't, I don't really think that way. I was just playing into the game. All those "oh daddy's here for you" comments. Nah, that's not me. I don't think that way. Yeah, that was my drunk ass night. No, it was a Barbie doll. Oh shit, that was just a joke, and now I remembered it and set it back on my live. That was only in Captain's live. That wasn't me. I was just kidding. That was just total joking in the comments. Um, None of that ever that that never happened in the 80s. I'm telling you. I know the 80s were sort of off kilter, but yeah, no. That was just a fun comment that I was putting in the captain stream. No X-rays with Barbie dolls. No, that was just playing into Leanne's comments. All right, so let's get back into like corn fart situation. Something that takes the focus off objects up asses. we need to we need to go back to helping people, helping people with their situations. We need to be a helping channel, not an off-subject channel. Oh, there's my beer. Yeah. Thanks, Gord. Thanks, Packers. No, Barbie doll. Not Dora the Explorer. Okay, why am I validating? Why am I validating? No, yeah, I know. I'm validating what I said, not what happened. Barbie doll, not Dora the Explorer action figures. Yeah, this is another typical Seneca's Bass Live. We talked about fishing for like 10 minutes and now everything is totally all over the board. But a lot of it was helping other people out. That's what this is always about. I'm always about helping anybody out. I might joke about the, that stuff and that, but no, the focus is, if anybody has a legit problem, it's about helping them. No, I spent an hour and a half on the phone with my friend today about topwater and crankbaits. Color choice, line choice, bait choice, bait color. Yeah, because he was on Gachuma and they were going nuts. They were busting on the shad. It seemed like a fall pattern. And he had a lot of questions for me. And so, yeah, I spent like an hour and a half talking about just everything. Line size, baits. Yeah, well, we tried to help you not do that. I know, that's why I said it's still 76 degrees out right now. I would never, ever, ever be on my porch. But it hasn't cooled. I'm I'm in short sleeves, and you know me. I'm like in 80 degrees in a hoodie, and I'm here on my live at like what 9 at night. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not about that hands on. I used to be. Hell, I was 35 years old and dated a 19-year-old. So, yeah, I'm not the best for advice on that because I was luckily no kids and no marriages or anything. But yeah, no. I've been down that route. Not worth it. Not worth it. Oh no, I was my last girlfriend I ever had. I was 35 and she was 19. I dated her for 3.5 years. And like you, evidently, I'm the one that kept the relationship going because I was trying to, you know, she had her whole life ahead of me, and I was already 16 years ahead of her. So stupid. It was 3.5 years of stupidity, and everybody that was anywhere near my age told me that constantly. And we finally broke up. Everyone went, "About time. What the hell were you fucking thinking?" That works too. Yeah. No, I got shit from everybody. I don't think Captain's in here anymore. Captain hasn't replied in a while. I don't think he's in here anymore. But yeah, that's funny. No, I've done all the mistakes in the world with women. Yeah, he's not a clue. But even if he's not a clue, he's not in here. No, yeah. I'm 54. I've never been married. My longest relationship was 3.5 years. Every other relationship I ever had lasted like 6 months to a year. Um, I don't know. That's just me. I actually had a lot of girls that liked me that probably would have been an incredible choice, but I was a player and yeah, moved on and moved on and moved on. Yeah, but yeah, but not everything works. Yeah, that's a long time, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. I mean, not everybody can be married and be married for 30 years. Okay, that sounds yeah, but if it's meant to be. It's meant to be, man. That's just that's just plain and simple. You'll find people who've married for 30 years and they get divorced just because it's like it ran its course. get people that have been married for, they get married and they live together forever. It's all up to fate. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. That's pretty much, that's how I live my life. Never look back, look forward. Looking back often is bad. There you go. Yeah, that's like my mom, my original dad, before he died, were married for 20 years. He ended up passing away. Within a year and a half, she met my stepdad, Ellen. And they got married in 1987. And they're still married. So, I mean, yeah. The only reason the first marriage ended up not being married is because my original father died. But now she's remarried, and yeah. What, 87, 97, 2007, 2017. Yeah. They've now been married for 33 years. So, it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I mean, my sister's been married to my brother-in-law now, and they're on 30 years. Yeah, they're married in the late 80s. My niece and nephew, and they're still married. I'm just the one that never caught on to that. Um, that just never happened. Plain simple. Eh-eh. Yeah, exactly. Gotta figure it out. I don't know. My thing was I always dated people that I never thought I would marry. Yeah. It- it was, yeah. I said I had a lot of women that probably liked me through the years that probably would have been, yeah. No, I, I pretty much probably cast away, I would think at least, now that I have hindsight and I look back, at least five different women and just their personality and everything else. That if I would have dated them and we would have become boyfriend, girlfriend, we probably would have been married. But I don't know. I just scared of it. I don't know what it was. Yeah, yeah. I've had. Oh, I said when I look back now at my life and who I was, like some of some of the women that were interested in me and I could have dated, but it just I don't know. I just wasn't stable enough. I had issues. And reality is with them, it could have led to marriage and probably kids by now and all that. But I don't know why. I was just in the wrong place. Yeah. And well, and me too. I had the issues with my father dying when I was 19, and I never went to counseling. I never get that, but a lot of it I think was just cut back. Yeah. No, we're just talking about marriage stuff and back to the hands-on with what he's going through. Yeah, but I think a lot of mine. Well, I talked to Captain about this on the phone when I talked to him about my father and issues I have. Uh, but I think a lot of the women that could have been somebody that I married, it was more that I didn't like it when it was perfect. It was I don't know because I don't know. Yeah, a lot of mine was. Um, it was a perfect marriage. They had me and my sister in that, and then he died, and somehow in my mind that when everything was right, I was worried it was gonna just not be right. So I always, I don't know, I just suddenly dated women that there was always conflict and it was never right. And I think I passed on a lot of women that it could have been right at the time. So yeah, so yeah, I had a lot of issues in the prime time of 20s to 30s, and maybe you know being at that part in your life where you find somebody and you get married and you live a life. Yeah, during a lot of that, I was really just fucked up. I was always worried that perfection would suddenly become in disarray. Yes, we kept talking about it, Captain. I'm like, I don't think he's in here anymore. He hasn't responded in a while. I don't think he's here. Yeah, but well, that's good. That's good. That's what we want to hear, man. That's what we want to hear, hands on. That should be your focus, man. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of this came about because um, you're welcome, hands on. I say when you get emotional tonight, but yeah, no. That's one thing with me is even if it's not about fishing or anything, but I will always try and point people in the right direction. Doesn't matter. Even if something I fucked up on in my life, um, I will always tell you not to do what I did. I'm a prime example of fucking up in life, so. Yeah. Yeah, I know. No, I said I wouldn't. I told myself I wouldn't, but just no. I'm I said that in the the 40 question thing that I'm a true friend, no matter what, and a lot of times even to my own demise, I'm a true friend. So, yeah. You, I know I fucked up a lot in my life, but I've learned that to help other people not do it. So that's where I come from as far as somebody that's my friend. I'm gonna try and point you in the right direction. Yeah, I mean that's just the way I am. I will never. I mean, I'll never tell anybody to live their life like I did. But I will tell them if they're going down that path not to do it. No, don't look at it like that. It just happens. That's life. The only thing you do in life is record it and try to educate people about it. That's what I do in fishing. I fish it. I've learned it. I try to help other people fish and learn it. And I do the same thing with everything else I've learned in my life. Failures, success. It's just that's what life's about. Learning and teaching what you've learned. That's just the way it goes. I've learned that from my father. That's what you do. you don't you don't worry like, oh, but ice cream. No, I think the secret is that his wife walks around in a button-up shirt with nothing underneath it. That's the secret. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I got emotional. I said I wouldn't do it, but it's been a pretty emotional night with what's going on with people. So, and I spend an emotional day looking at shit I've created. Yeah, before my mother realized. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I said the funny thing is, before I came my live, going through all that old footage I had of myself from 20 years ago and all this, um, finding stuff I didn't have and looking at it just got me actually sort of emotional about what I've done in my life. and where I'm at this point. So I actually said that I was over there, and it was before I went to live, but I was like out there, and I usually like come out and like smoke a little bit and then put it on that. But I walked around there, and I'm like, I go live tonight, man. I go live tonight, man. I don't want to get emotional. I, um, and I did. I was actually telling I was telling myself like I just I spent an hour going through stuff and I get emotional watching it and I'm like, oh, do I have to go live later? Yeah, but anyway, at least we've helped people today. Corn never came in. We still need to figure out what the hell is up with Corn, what his situation is. But we're all here to help, hands on. You got 3 veterans here. 4 veterans. We have fishing, trucker, backroads, captain. Uh, at least as far as successful relationships, and me, who has never been in one, but will preach how to go forward from one. So hopefully we've helped you, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but you have people that will help you. And you have one right there in your backyard with Captain. He'll keep you straight and narrow, man. He knows how to do it. Oh, here he is. No, I'm totally the worst one. And yeah. No, I'm a bad one. I'm I'm extremely sarcastic, and a lot of times with the alcohol and that, yeah. I mean, but anything you hear from me, anything I say to you, trust me, guys. It's you guys are my family. You guys are people I love. It's never it's never intentional, ever. Especially for the people like you guys that I love, Captain, Backroads, Tree. I mean, you guys that are always here for me. I'm a sarcastic asshole sometimes. I'll say stuff that people will take the wrong way. No, but it's, even if it seems poignant, poignant, focused, uh, yeah, I said I can say some shit to you guys, and it's unless I'm cussing, That's that's a clue right there. If I say something to you guys and I'm not cussing, it's unintentional. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm taking it, Captain. Because I came into you after that. I apologized. Uh, what I learned about it, when I learned about it, was from Tommy T Bar. Was I? See, I haven't rewatched it. I didn't think I was cussing. I was. I shouldn't. And I said that to you, Captain. I tried to say it to you when I came into your live. I watched myself. I watched myself in that live. And you came in, I think, in 30 minutes of it. Did I? I never watched it. I just saw, I went back and I watched it live, and when I saw myself, seriously, Captain, I went, I seriously went, why the fuck did I go live? Because I was way, way too drunk. I was just like, yeah, I didn't rewatch it, but I just knew when I watched it originally and I saw my condition, I knew that I'm like, yeah, no, and that's why I apologize. I apologize, but I apologize to anybody. Yeah, but like I said, I watched it, and just from the start of it, for me myself, I, I said I was so fucking drunk. There's no way I should have done this live. I should have just skipped the night. I don't know what it was. I was kind of in a bad mood to begin with, and I had drank twice as much as I usually don't drink till I do my live. I had drank as much as I do in my lives before I started my live. And yeah, like I said, when I watched it and I just watched the beginning of it, and I saw just my, just how drunk I was when I started that live. Yeah, no, that that's why I left you alone, Captain. I, yeah, yeah. No, but that's why I said when you said if you watch my live, watch not that I not that I need to like legitimize the fact that seriously, Captain, I had no memory in my life that I did what I did to you or that I said anything to you. Um, if you watch my, I think it was the Tuesday night live when T Bar came in and said, "I heard you and Captain got heated." I went, "No, we didn't. I didn't get into anybody. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything with anybody." And yeah, and I said it was. It wasn't until the next night when he came into mine and said something. I went, "What? No, we didn't." He goes, "Oh yeah, you got into with Captain." I'm like, "What? No, I didn't get into it with you last night's live. My Monday, my paddle light. No, nothing happened. What are you talking about?" And then Yeah, and then that's why when I got off my live on Tuesday, I went into your live and I came in. I apologized because, yeah, I didn't. Like I said, I had no recollection of me getting into you with anything. Can you understand? No, and that was just sort of my no, but that was just, and you can see it if you watch my live, my Tuesday night hangouts, and that's why I went into you because I seriously do not remember any of it. And I started to watch it. I remember you came in, you said something about yo-yo, and I kind of skipped through it, and I was asking if Captain was still here, and why is Captain not here? And yeah, to my defense, as far as I'm sorry, and evidently I was so fucking drunk that yeah, but yeah, seriously, when I went back and saw live when I started and I saw how drunk I was embarrassed. I was completely and totally embarrassed. Was I? All right. Yeah, that's what I said. I seriously, Captain, that's why I came and apologized to you. Um, and it was seriously, and I'm 100%. Yeah, like I said, my only, I'm like I said, I'm totally sorry, but my only thought was when when Tommy T Bar said that to me on Tuesday, I went, no, I didn't, and he said, oh no, no, you guys got into it, and I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't have any issues last night. I didn't go off on anybody, and I don't know. Evidently, I did, but like I said, I once I saw how drunk I was, my first issue with myself was there's no way in hell I should have done a live in that condition. That is just unacceptable. Totally not protocol. I was just freaking blitzed. Really, I cussed you out. I do not. I, yeah. I seriously do not remember any of that. I was watching, like I said, I watched live again. I was like, I didn't even remember. Yeah, my faux pas. We're good. I love you. It had. I don't know. I was a fucking idiot for going live in that condition. Plain and simple. I might get to a certain point at the end of it, but I was past the point I usually end at a live as far as drunkenness when I started that live, and I started drinking heavy. Yeah, it was just a mistake. It was just never, ever, ever should have. I should done a post saying, "Sorry guys, too drunk, no live tonight." that that should have been my yeah. I don't know what it was. I was just in a pissed off mood. I don't know. I'm glad we're over it. I've never had any issue with you. you're, yeah. It was just a stupid mistake. And I'm so glad we're past it. Yeah. It was, yeah. Like I said, yeah. It was just so funny. 'Cause when I remember when I was with you, when I went back to you, and I'm like, "What did I do? What did I do?" He goes, "Oh, you need to go back and watch it." Yeah, the first thing he said when I left the comment is, "Did we get into it last night?" And I went, and you went, "Oh yeah, you said some stuff." And yeah, and the second I watched it, just for the beginning of it, like the first 2 minutes in, I looked at myself and just the way I was, and the way I was like talking, I'm like, "Oh fuck, what the hell was I thinking going live in that condition?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." Yeah, it was just a stupid mistake. Yeah. Stupidest thing I ever could have done going live that night. Should have just went to bed. But yeah, thank you for forgiving me, Captain. Forgive and forget, and thank you for that. I didn't cry again. Yeah, I know. When you quit to go back to YouTube stuff. Yeah, what's Tanner been doing? He hasn't been filming. Fishing's been tough, right? You say he hasn't been fishing much at all, right? Sorry, Tanner, that you came in a tough adult night. Idiot. Yeah, I know. That's funny though. Tanner came into an adult night. Us helping people with stuff and me apologizing for being a freaking idiot on live. It's not just peeing on electric fence night. Although we set him straight on that, didn't we? I know. Well, moments. Well, how many of famous YouTubers that make millions of dollars a year never even finish high school? I can I can name like hundreds of them. It's a different world now, you know. It's a different world with the YouTube and the internet, creativity. Unless you're, I mean, unless it's like engineering or architecture or something that takes math and scripting and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, like I said, you should be. 14-foot ceilings and a woman that walks around in just a t-shirt. You you need to refocus your freaking channel, man. You got all the components for millions of subscribers. Good day. Well, yeah, well, think about me. I'm a 14-year YouTuber and I'm 100 views in a day new upload guy. It's the same amount of views that you guys get, and I've been doing it for 14 years, so something's wrong with me too. Yeah. I think I'm too honest for YouTube. I think we're all too honest for YouTube. We show the real day. You gotta play the game. You gotta, you know, you gotta have somebody pick your baits at Walmart to get a couple thousand views. Well, that's why I did some of those challenge videos. They got a few more views because challenge videos are big on YouTube. And evidently now, I see, I watch all this stuff, but yeah, exactly. uh, Evidently now in thumbnails, you need an arrow. Yeah, but thumbnails now, you need a red arrow. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but a lot of the channels that are blowing up on YouTube now, at least fishing channels, all their thumbnails have an arrow in them. You need a red arrow pointing at something. It's like it needs to be pointing at something in your thumbnail. I've noticed that. You got to follow trends with thumbnails. Yeah, so you've noticed that too, Captain. Yeah, you need a red arrow. You've noticed I started putting that in my thumbnails too. A red arrow. It's really weird. Like, yeah, it's trends. It's trends in titles of the video and it's trends in thumbnails. But yeah, the red arrow is big now. Point down. Yeah, and with me, my educational stuff gets way more views and gets into the analytics and starts growing way more than my fishing shows. So that's why I've been focusing on those. Wait, now they blacked out image, but no. No, yeah, no, arrows are big now. See, that's the thing with YouTube is you have to keep up with everything. You have to keep up with how you word your titles, and you have to keep up with your thumbnails and what's going on and what's new and what's happening. Yeah, and that's just, but yeah, red arrows. Like, I started putting them in mine. I'm like, all right, who knows? Somebody might, more people might click on it. You might get more subscribers and all that. Your video's not as cliche as theirs or as musically oriented and all that as the way their stupid videos are, but it might get somebody to watch it just because you're following the trends in the thumbnail, and so. Or what I found now that here's the funny thing: now that I'm putting arrows in my thumbnails and my titles, YouTube keeps telling me that your videos are being watched by a wider audience than your normal audience. And I'm like, cool. That means I'm getting out there. You got to play the game. Yeah. I'm with you, Captain. I love these. Yeah, no, lives are much better. You don't have to edit them. You're done with them. You get to react with people. That's why I started lives. It's the only reason I bought a smartphone. I'll still on my live tomorrow. Yeah, no, it's just, yeah, I started lives because I love the interaction. Everything that you've said, Captain. But I love editing and I love creating videos and editing videos. You're not that guy. And I've been doing it for since 1986. So, and these lives and everything else is just pretty much, it's easy and it's fun because I can talk to you and we converse and I can throw ideas out to you and I get instant reaction. Yeah, I know you're not. I am. I love editing, and that's what I said. Is I'm gonna start on my members only videos. I'm gonna start adding so much stuff that's completely and totally not fishing oriented, but just really fun music video and other type stuff that I love to create. I don't eat fish though, so you're probably not gonna see any sort of catch and cook for me. I don't eat fish. If it's catch and cook, I'm gonna catch them and give them to somebody else that eats them. That might be a fun catch and cook. I catch them, give them to some family, and then I creepily follow them home and film them cleaning them and cooking them and eating them. It, 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 it seems wrong. It seems creepy. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he eats fish either. But but yeah, I mean I have a lot of people that give fish to and that, but yeah, exactly. No, I was gonna do a catch and cook. And well, I was gonna catch the fish, put them in a bag, give them to someone else, and then go home and like cook a meal that had nothing to do with fish. That was gonna be my catch and cook. I was gonna catch them, give them to someone that would take them home and eat them, and then I was gonna go home and film you guys cooking what I eat. That's has nothing to do with fish. Yeah, exactly. Really piss people off. All right, hands on. Hope everything works out, man. Just think about what we told you. Keep it right. Keep it proper. You have your focus now. Yeah, I thought that would be a fun. I thought it'd be a fun catch and cook. Or catch fish. Yeah, I catch and then I cook, but I don't cook fish. It's still a catch and cook, right? I mean, technically, it's catch and cook, but I catch fish and I go home and show you how I cook stuff that I eat. Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. How big was the bass back roads? How big was the bass you cut up? How big was the bass you cut up? You can't cut up a bass unless it's 12 inches or longer. I mean, hopefully you got a legal bass. Yeah, but it has to be 12 inches to cut up. Really? But don't you have a 12-inch limit? I mean, I thought there was a 12-inch limit everywhere. Not there? That's not in Texas? It's not, I'm not talking about we don't care. I'm just talking about legality aspects. Really? Wow. I don't know. Here in California, yeah, I mean, can't keep it if it's less than 12 inches. So I I don't know about cutting it up for bait, but yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't use live. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. Because there's okay. Well, I'm talking catfish though. Okay. Well, that's what I tell people because a lot of people want to take like 6 and 7 inch bass they catch home and put them in their aquarium, and I'm like, legally you can't keep them. You know, you can't keep them. I mean, if a warden shows up and you have a bucket and you have a 6 inch bass in it, you can get a ticket for having an illegal sized bass in captivity. Same thing if they show up at your house. I mean, people say, "Oh, there's this guy who lives next to me and he has a bunch of like 8 inch bass in his aquarium." Yeah, I know, but there's a 12 inch limit to keep them. So if you have a bunch of 6, 7 inches in a bucket, yeah, it's always over now. Yeah, but no, I see a lot of kids on tell them that they're fishing a pinto and they have buckets and they have a bunch of like 6 and 8 inch bass in them and they're like, oh yeah, no, I'm I'm fixing up an aquarium and I'm gonna put them in the aquarium. I'm like, uh, yeah, but technically, if a fish and game warden came up and saw you with a bunch of fish in your possession that were under the limit of 12 inches, legally they could write you a ticket for it. Or they have a bunch of like, oh, tennis back. Or if they have a bunch of like 2 and 3 inch bass in there, they're like, yeah, I want to take them home. I'm going to put them in the aquarium. I'm going to put them in my pond. I'm like, technically, if they're in your bucket and you have them in your possession, you get a ticket. Oh, really? Yeah, let them do that. You can't transfer fish. You can't catch fish from a lake and take them to even your private pond on your property. Really? Look, I have a freaking spider on my freaking thing. And he showed up and started admiring their pots. Really? Really? Hmm. There's no 12-inch limit in South Carolina? Wow. Didn't know that. A lot of lakes and all that. It's even in tournament fishing, a lot of lakes, a lot of states now. It's somewhere were 16 inch, somewhere like 12 inch, somewhere like 18 inch. I didn't know South Carolina had no limit. But in tournaments, it has to be 12 inches. but is it 12 inches and bigger, Tanner? Ooh, all right. Well, my battery's low, so interesting. I didn't know that. Never heard that. I know most states everything is 12 inch. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, a lot of them have size limits. Well, really. So you keep six, but only one over 12 inch. So why don't you take the little ones? That's weird. Yeah, I'm at 14% now. I'm 3 hours in, so I mean, I wasn't expecting me live this long. Yeah, yeah, I know. Every state has their own legalities with it. A lot of them too. It's you can take them under a certain inch and only over a certain inch, or you have to release over and you can keep under. But California is, yeah, it's 12 inch, and they love writing tickets to people that have bass under 12 inch, and they'll take them all out and they will measure them. Trust me, they're very diligent about that here in California. Anything to write a ticket, they'll pull them all out, put them on a measuring board, and if you have anything in your possession that's under 12 inches, you're getting a ticket. Yeah, exactly. No, there's you. We in Michigan. There's like 5 and 6 pound smallies are like prevalent in Michigan. 20 inches, yeah. Wait, got $100 ticket on Lightning. Yeah, ignorance is no excuse. Yep, yep. Same thing with the ocean, man. Yeah, if you're in the ocean, especially the ocean, well, California's everything, but yeah, I saw that old man get a ticket. Old man kept a 10 inch cabezone and they have to be 15 and a half. And the warden said, ignorance is no excuse, sir. Give me your license. I'm writing you a ticket. Yeah, hate the kid's bad. Well, you are Captain Clueless. Hello. I didn't even notice that sign, sir. Well, ignorance is no excuse. I'm writing you a ticket. See that no wake sign, that 5 mile an hour sign? Well, here's the funny thing. I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but when I got my first bass boat and I was the registered owner, when you read the legalities of being a registered owner and a captain of a boat, uh, in California, if you leave another vessel that's in distress, you can get a ticket for it. Yeah, it's right there on the registration when you have your boat in California. It says, as captain of this vessel, if you do not respond to another vessel in distress and somebody turns you in or somebody's in and all that, you can be fined for not responding. Yeah. And I went, I didn't sign on for this. I didn't sign on for this. I, I'm the captain of the vessel, so if if I leave a boat that's in distress and somebody turns me in, I get a ticket. Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, I don't want that responsibility. If a boat's sinking or it's stranded, the engine's not working, they're drifting, and they ask for help, and I just ignore them, I get a ticket? Really? I know I'm the owner of the boat, but I'm the captain, and a captain can't leave a vessel that's in distress. Yeah, but I never knew that. But I learned that when I got my first bass boat. Yeah. All right, guys. Like Kevin said earlier, I am gonna have to end this one. I'm at 11%. I've been live for 3.5. What? 3 hours and 20 minutes? Really? Almost. Wow. Um, I'll be live tomorrow after. And do you have video of that, Captain? Yeah, we're straight. You'll be live tomorrow, right? You're probably gonna live before me. So yeah, I might give you another shout out on my post, telling people to come into your live. You do have video of them. That'd be a good video, man. Look, I'm towing my kids around here, and I got a ticket. All right, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna be heading tomorrow. I don't go live till 8. You usually go live way before me. So yeah, if you're live before me, I will give you. I will post it again on my live to hopefully get more people in with you. But thank you guys so much. It's been a lot of fun, and yeah. Oh, we have Billy coming in. Sorry, you're coming in right at the end, man. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, yeah. Usually, yeah. Usually go live around like 3 hours before. Where do I go now? I don't know, but my my phone's shouting at me now. It keeps coming up. Low battery. Low battery. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Um, hit Captain up early. I'll be live later. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Captain. Glad everything's aired out. Um, I hope we helped out. Well, Cornfarts never came in, updated us, but hopefully we helped out hands on, and it was a positive stream tonight. And yeah, hit Death Wagon. No, this Saturday we're leaving on Death Wagon, so that's gonna be a fun video. It won't be up for like a week or so, but yeah, we're gonna be going to Death Wagon on Saturday to Modesto for a collaboration with hopefully like 6 crew members that you guys all know. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks a lot, and I love all you guys. You are great, and yeah, I'm out.